What's good, y'all? Hi, how are y'all? What's good? It's 31 people. That's so sad. It's 31 people, so it should be 31 likes. Be clear. You know what? Y'all some sorry ass so and so's. Y'all some sorry ass so and so's. That's just how I feel. Don't get mad with me. I'm a Pisces, and I'm just let y'all know. I was taught to speak my mind. This we speak my mind. Y'all some sorry ass mofos. Excuse me. 37 people and 20 likes. Just tacky. Like I say, we can tell who got mamas and who got mammies and who test tube babies. Be clear. Hold on, where my thing at? Because I'm going to say that again for the ones in the back that didn't hear. Test tube babies, bitch. Like up the live. Why you ain't go off on Brittany trying to tell Ish to Jack? Catherine, what the hell are you talking about? Boy, like shows YouTube. We love TCK sounds in the algorithm. So show what's wearing. Period. I said what I said. Thank you. You know what I said, just for that. Just for that. There go your range. All right. Which means I'm gonna let somebody go. It's gonna be Catherine ass. That's who it's gonna be. I'm sick of her. The live review you did earlier today. Girl, ain't nobody had time for Brit Brat because Brit Brat was not the main target. If you want to know who the main target was in that, it was honestly Vershandia. Vershandia was the main target in that, Catherine. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell y'all why. Because y'all know I get started at the 10-minute mark and we 5 minutes. We 5 minutes and 53 seconds is. I'm going to tell you why, Catherine. Listen, she was the real target in that, Catherine. And I'm going to tell you why. That scene, honestly, Catherine, that scene reminded me of I think it was season 8. I think it was blah, blah. I think it was the beginning of season 8. Maybe. Maybe it was the beginning of season 8 or it was season 7. And correct me if I'm wrong, Catherine. Maybe it was season 8 or maybe it was season 7. But do y'all remember when they went on their trip? I don't think it was international. I don't think it was an international trip. But they went on another trip. It was somewhere in the States. I can't think now. But y'all remember when they was in the Sprinter and Cece came on the bus and she spoke to the people that she wanted to speak to and she didn't, who she didn't. And do y'all remember when um Eveline kept making it a point to point out to Shawnee, y'all know, pig in a blanket, that and she didn't speak to you, and she didn't speak to you, she didn't speak to me, and she didn't speak to you. It reminded me of that, of how she was trying to get Vershandia riled up to get pissed at CC for not speaking to her. And that's basically what she did, in my opinion. See, I won't gonna say nothing. I was gonna save that for Monday, this Monday, coming up. But it reminded me of that, of how she kept trying to like get Shawnee in her feelings about CC not speaking to her. And I felt like that was the same shit that she was trying to do in this moment about Brandy. Let me come on camera about Brandy, quote unquote, pointing her finger in her face and blah blah blah. And then how Vershandi, a pig in a blanket face ass, then wanted to turn around and come behind that by trying to be like, oh yeah, and I didn't say nothing about it then, because I didn't know what was going on. But she talking now because even see, Evelyn was the target. It won't necessarily bric-a-brac. I'ma get bric-a-brac on Monday. But you know what I mean though, Catherine. You know what I'm saying? It reminded me of that shit. And she was the main target. Not Brit Brat right now. Monday. Monday. I'ma rip her ass a new one. But the target was Evelyn and Vershandi. That was 6, and they were in Amsterdam. Yeah. That's what that reminded me of, and that's why I said it bothered me. Because that was the same shit they did to CC then that they're doing to Brandy now. And I ain't appreciate that. And then Shawnee is gonna leave, and then there's gonna be an issue between Brandy and Evelyn. Like, I ain't got old plays. I'm sick of that. Hold up, y'all. I gotta get my water. Hold up for a second. Hey y'all. She sure did. I remember that when her ass got a rotten motive. Oh, the guy. Yeah, y'all crazy. Anyway, never ever met. This is season 2, episode 10. So many different plot twists. Um, First and foremost, this is the finale. So let me just get this out the way. Kind of, because we do got a reunion that I didn't know about. I'm gagging at the reunion. Excuse me. I'm gagging at the reunion and I cannot wait to see it. I didn't know it was a reunion for this shit. And it looked like Taronda, y'all know Portia from Empire Cookie Assistant. It looked like she's the host of it, which I'm here for. Cause y'all know I like Taronda Jones. I like her. I liked her character on Empire, but I like her as a person. You know what I mean? I think she's mad cool. So I'm actually here for her hosting, and I'm here as a host, should I say, and I'm here for her hosting this on her own. Like, I'm here for that. So I can't wait to see the reunion. I cannot wait to see the reunion because I did not know this shit came with a reunion. I really didn't. I really didn't. I ain't know this shit came with a reunion. So I'm here for the reunion. I feel like this shit gonna be a key because this season was a key. I cannot wait for this damn reunion, y'all. I can't. I can't wait for the reunion. I'm here for the reunion. I'm here for the reunion. I'm here for the reunion of it all. I am. First and foremost, I'm tipsy. Okay. A bitch had honey jack and Coke. So yeah, Coca Cola. Coca Cola. Okay, not Coke. Coca Cola. Okay, I ain't no base. Okay, I gotta reiterate. Okay, Coca Cola. I had a Jack Daniels honey and a Coca Cola. All right, that's what I had. Okay, that's what I had because I ain't got no time. Okay, I ain't got no time. Um, all right, so this is gonna be a good one, honey. But like I said, I didn't know this shit came with a reunion, so I'm really here for that. I am. I'm really here for that. So I can't wait for next week. I can't. I did not know this shit came with a reunion. I'm here for it. So we about to get down to the reunion. I mean, not the reunion, the episode. So some of the group talks about, how this is the last day and what they're they're coming up on the last day. And they're asking what their expectations are for the final day. So here's the gag. Nobody, and I mean nobody, excuse me, and I mean nobody thinks that Kiki and Brandon are gonna leave here together. And the gag is they didn't. We'll get to that later. So Brandon says that he and Kiki, they're going on their final date, and depending on how that goes, will determine if they make it or not. Kiki takes him to Dave and Buster's, and in her confessional, she says that since she wants to act like a child, she finna take him to Dave and Buster's. This is what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it now because I'm lit, and I ain't gonna wait. Kiki, to be honest with you, you made it very easy for Brandon to not only not leave with you, but for him to do you the way he did you at the end of this episode. And like I'm more than sure there's going to be a lot of feminists who are going to try to make him wrong in how he treated you and how he left. But to be honest with you, Kiki, I really feel like he did you right. I do. I feel like he did you right, and he did you the way anybody else would have did you. To be quite honest with you. And don't get me wrong, Kiki, even with that being said, I still think that you're a sweet person. I do. I don't feel like you're a bad person, and I don't feel like you go out of your way to be a bad person or to be mean or to be nasty or anything. I feel like you handled this situation in the wrong way. And instead of you admitting that you handled this situation in the wrong way, you decided to try to come up with something to make him wrong in anything. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You stood him up about what, two, three times? And you did say that there was a period in a time where he wasn't fucking with you, and he wasn't communicating and so on and so forth. Don't get me wrong, Kiki. Do I feel as though, hey Patches, how you doing, baby? Do I feel as though he might have been entertaining somebody else? Perhaps. But even if he was, Kiki, that's your fault. Even if that's the case, that's your fault. You stood him up three times when he came down to see you because you were living with another man. I'm not necessarily saying that you couldn't be living in the house with your ex and not fucking him. But I also feel like if your ex was doing him and you know that he was doing him, you could have been able to do you. You didn't have to bring him to the house, but you could have gotten a hotel room. You could have been honest with him. Or at the very least, you could have said, well, to be real with you, times is hard right now, and I got a roommate. I don't want my roommate all of my business or whatever the case may be. So, I get a room. You come, I get a room, and we can chill or do whatever, but I don't want that bitch in my business. Or you could have just been honest and said, look, I live with my ex. We share an apartment. Times is hard. I don't necessarily want to share I don't necessarily want to take on rent by on my own. But he doing him, and I want to do me, but I don't want to necessarily bring you around because he respected my wishes. Sometimes being that real is good. Because if you're that real with a person, and if a person really likes you and he's taking you at your word and you're being honest with them about it, sometimes a person can work with you with that. Because you're honest and you're being real and you like, look, straight up, this is what it is, so and so and so. A real adult and a real person and a real man can handle the realness because you're not blindsiding him. He knows what it is from the very beginning. And then it's his decision to still be like, yeah, you know, I ain't used to that, but I like you and I appreciate your realness so we can see. Or I appreciate your realness, but yeah, I don't necessarily think I want to deal with that. At least your aunt that speaks to your character. Either way, that speaks to your character, and that says a lot about you as a person. That's just how I feel, Kiki. Like and again, I don't think you're a bad person. I think you mad sweet. I really do. But mm, you said Dave and Buster's ain't for kids. I don't know. I never been, bitch. I don't play games with trade. I play games, but not with trade. Kiki tarnished the relationship by not being. I agree, Don. I agree. So hey, whatever. Uh, well, now that I know that you're not with her, hey, Brandon. But listen, Brandon is so damn cute. I love his smile. He looks so naive and innocent. girl, girl, Brandon's so cute. He's so handsome. Hey. Listen, I ain't look. Kiki ain't never got up under my comments like Jessica did. See, I wouldn't do Jessica like that. But Kiki ain't never been under my goddamn comments. So me and her ain't cool. And it ain't like he want her ass no way. So I don't feel no ways tired about being after her man. Period. She fumbled him. I wouldn't have done that. I'd have been honest with Brandon from the jump and let him decide what it is. But he can't say I lied to him. One thing about it, two things for certain. So Charlie takes Jared out on a picnic down to the hills or whatever, and down to a sunset. Which it was a perfect day for a sunset and like a sunset picnic out on the hill or whatever. It was cute. It was cute. Um, so we find out that Charlie got his name tatted on her body somewhere. Um, and he still ain't get it done yet. And tells her that he sees her. Listen, after he done fucked her to smithereens, we gotta add that. After he done fucked her to smithereens, he says, cause this some nigga shit. Listen, Jared, Jared, I'm gonna tell you why it's funny. Jared, if I was here for Charli, it would not be funny. And I would really go in and like have on you because that's some fuck nigga ass shit if I've ever seen it. But because I don't feel sorry for Charli in the least bit, it's hilarious to me. I do not feel bad for Charli, y'all. I don't feel bad for Charli by any means. Brandon, I love you. Fuck Charli. I don't feel bad for Charli, Brandon. You telling me to be nice. Why? I don't feel bad for Charli. She didn't spare her cheering, so I'm not sparing her ass. She didn't spare her cheering. Damn sure didn't spare her little 1 month old, which is why she was pumping her damn sour ass milk down to the damn room at night. All right. She crawled up here with leaky titties down to this thing, hunting and searching and scratching for a man. And you want me to feel sorry for her? Brandon, I appreciate you for standing up for the women and the women's plight, but I ain't got to do that shit. Fuck her. Listen, Brandon, so long as you doing it, I ain't got to do it. Fuck her. Fuck her, Brandon. I do not give a shit. You got up here and lied to this man about all of the rest of your damn cheering and the one that you was carrying. Told that man it was a hernia. We can't forget that. The baby that you got now was a hernia. We can't forget that. And like because she do, Brandon. She do. It's sour milk. It's milk that's going to waste because it's milk her baby ain't finna get. It's milk her baby ain't finna get. It ain't. She here, her baby. And that's what I want to know. Who the fuck got your baby? Is it your mama? Is it the daddy? Who got the baby, Charli? You say you got money. You say you got shmoney the long way. So what? Do you got a nanny or something? Do the nanny got the baby? Like, no, I thought about that. So I said she freezing it and shipping it UPS or something. See, you don't have to go there with the sound. Make it all. Kimberly, I love you, but I said what I said. Kimberly, you caught me at a good time because I'm lit off a Jackie Cole. And I'm just not taking it seriously, Kimberly. Okay, you caught me at a real good time, Kimberly, because I'm just not taking it seriously. But I said what I said, Kimberly. It's sour. It's sour. It's stale. It's done. It's past its expiration date. The baby should not get it by any means. I said it. I don't give a shit. Get mad with me. Nurse and all. Oh well, I ain't no nurse right now. I'm home. And that's how I feel. And I love you, Kimberly. Shout out to you, baby. And shout out to you for being a member. You know you one of the elite. Period, Kimberly. You know I live for you, girl. Point blank, period. Shout out to Kimberly. Point blank. Y'all know I live for my members. You said I'm a mess, Linda. Child, I'm gonna move on though. I move on for Kimberly's sake. I'm gonna move on, move on. I'm gonna let it live. Bye, Charlie. Kimberly saved you because she a member and everything. But I tell you what, so basically what I got out of all of that was that Jared wants to be able to be with her without it being a label on it. Meaning he wants to be best friends with benefits. Because he already fucked her, so it is what it is. So he care about her enough to fuck her, but he don't give a fuck about her enough to want to marry her or put a ring on it or even be with her and call her her girlfriend. Call her his girlfriend. But we gonna find out later on why. So put a pin on it. Charlie talks to Alexis. Charlie talks to Alexis about her feelings. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you, Charlie. And I like Alexis. I don't have no issues with Alexis at all. I really don't. I don't have no issues with Alexis at all. She could be my big sister because her and my brother the same age. Her and my brother the same age, but I feel like she older than my brother. No tea, no shade. So I don't have no issues with Alexis because I know how to deal with Alexis because my brother's 37. I mean 47. My brother's 47. She's 47, probably 48 at this point. So I know how to deal with Alexis. So it's nothing. I lived with a nigga that was Gen X. Okay. And he had to live with me, and I was a millennial. I, I know how to deal with that. I like Alexis. I really do. I really feel like she's cool people. I really don't have nothing bad to say about Alexis at all. I honestly don't. But you know, I really feel like she barely made it out with Chris. I really do. I really feel like she barely made it out with Overton. I'm gonna be honest. Now listen, look, here come all of the 47s, something, and all of the 40s, something coming out. Listen, listen. The only thing I said was, I know what it's like living with a Gen X, and I know what it's like being amongst a Gen X. Plus, that nigga is a Taurus. Not only is he a Gen X, that nigga a Taurus. You got to add that to it. I know what it's like living with that as a millennial and a Pisces as I am. That's all I said. I ain't go into detail. I ain't said this, that thing, and the other. So y'all relax. All right. Y'all relax. That was all I said. I ain't go into details. Y'all can't take my experience away from me. I said what I said because I did. I know what it's like growing up and living with not only a Generation X person, but a Taurus. I know as a Pisces. I know. It was two Pisces in the house. Me and my daddy birthday is the same day. It's two Pisces in the house. My mama was a Capricorn and my daddy was a Taurus. All right. Okay, a Pisces and a Capricorns, both baby boomers. A Pisces, millennial. My brother, a Taurus and a Gen X. Leave me alone. All right, leave me alone. And I'm the baby. Leave me the fuck alone. With with that, leave me the fuck alone. Period. So the group had a last dinner and whatnot, and then one of the producers gave Chris a damn basket full of for a damn game. Okay, Chris coming Overton, cut it out. Your ass was on Ready to Love, nigga. All right, so you know how reality TV goes. Talking about something you just found a basket with a damn game. Nah, nigga. One of the producers gave you a game and said, "Here, Chris, go in there and introduce the last game as you know for the dinner as a group and yada yada yada." Chris, stop. Chris, I didn't know you was 35. I'm older than you. Chris, I didn't know you was 35. I'm older than you. Chris, I promise you. I really felt like you was my age. You 35, Chris? Oh my God. Chris, you listen. You have an old soul, and people tell me I have an old soul. If I got an old soul, your soul, your soul a fossil. If I got an old soul, your soul is a fossil, Chris, because they put your age, and I really never noticed it. I knew you was in your 30s, but I thought you was my age. I didn't know you was 35. Like, child, my God. You said it's called season 5. Um, ba-da-ba. So Alexis brings up how everybody been down to the boom boom room, but her and Chris, and it's starting to get to her. We'll get to that later. The group plays their last game, like I said, and one question was, did they believe in monogamy? So, in so many words, Jared says no, he doesn't believe in monogamy. And Charli in her confessional says that his answer basically makes her pissed, and she gets upset about it. Listen, like I said, Charli, I don't feel bad for you. Um, but I will say this, and this is me being real. You played games, Jared, and I feel like you was up here for the free trip and the check and the exposure of it all. But I honestly believe you when you say that you're not built for monogamy. Especially when we get to the last part, and I'm gonna say it now. When we get to the last part of this, and you was like, "Well, I got tired of waking up to the same person every day." Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to be like, "Look, I don't want to be married, and I don't necessarily want to have a label on it." It's okay to feel that way. And I don't want people to feel like you're a horrible person for that. Because there are other people that feel the exact same way you do. They like the comfort of being able to come home to somebody at night and always being laid up with somebody at night, so you never necessarily feel alone, but you don't necessarily want a label. You don't want to be like, well, yeah, that's my boyfriend and I'm completely monogamous and I don't want nobody else. Like, you're going to find other people that's like, look, as long as you come home to me at night, I don't care what you do. And it's okay to feel that way. It's okay. There are gonna be other people that's like that, but it's not okay when you're playing these games with other people that actually want a real relationship. That's when it's not okay. That's what makes you a bad person. Because if you're just honest with people, you can alleviate a lot of things. Even though I feel like you was just here for just being here for being here for the sake of it all, and you get a check for it. I believe you when you say, yeah, no, I don't necessarily want that. I'm not built for that. I tried that. I was married. I walked down the tight ass aisle. I had suit. I had the groomsmen. I did the bachelor part. I did all that. And I got sick of waking up to her ass every day. I got sick of coming to her ass every night. I got sick of the same damn pussy day after day. Now I got tired of it. I believe you when you say that. I do. I believe you when you say that, Jared. I do. Anyway, Alexis and Chris was supposed to go down to the intimacy room, but Alexis feels like Chris doesn't want to do that, and they basically did. So it's the final day, and everybody felt like they know what their answer is going to be, and so on and so such. So Charlie says that she's still confused because when Jared gave his answer about monogamy, but late in the midnight hour, he decided to go in her room and lay in her bed and kiss on her and rub on her and basically apologize for the things that he said and so on and so such. And so now she's confused more than ever. Brandon pulls Kiki aside for them to talk, and he tells her that he feels like at this point they need to just separate and heal from their traumas. And Kiki agreed. Listen, again, Kiki, I think you're really sweet, but I'm not exactly mad at Brandon and his decision. I'm not. I think you're really sweet, Kiki. I really do. Even with the jokes that I give about how you swan dived on that cut on that couch that is still around to tell the tale, be clear. I think you're really sweet. I do, Kiki. I really do. I think you are a really sweet person. And I don't think that you're out here to hurt anybody purposefully. I don't. But you weren't honest. And you had opportunities to be honest and let him know what the real was and let him know what your truth was. And instead of doing that, you decided to, like, in my opinion, from the way it was shown, you were trying to make him to be wrong about something to validate the wrong that you did to him. And it didn't look good on you. It made you look bad at the end of the day. And like I said, I don't necessarily feel bad at the way he handled you down to the end of this. Because when y'all left, you looked at him and was like, you're not gonna give me a hug, you're not gonna say bye or anything. And he was like, yeah, bye, Kiki, I'm out. And he left. I mean, was it cold hearted? Yeah, it was. Because you would think that because y'all talked for 4 years that there would be something there. But even with what happened, But at the same time, Kiki, I can't feel bad for you either because you lied to him and you stood him up for 3 times. Like, I can't get mad at him for being like, yeah, I don't think I can get over that because I spent money for a plane ticket to come down there to see you 3 times and you stood me up behind him. And now you're like, well, I don't want to be with him no more, and that ain't what I want no more, and blah 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 blah. And I'm just supposed to be like, oh, okay, cool, and it's fine. Like, I'm not, I, I know I'm more than sure. Like I say, it's gonna be some feminist women that's gonna try to make him out to be the bad guy and make him out to be so wrong and make him out to be this, that thing, and the other. But nah, I kind of feel like Kiki deserved that. As much as sweet as I think she is, I felt like she deserved that. Chris asked Alexis to leave with him, but it's like I say, there's a reunion. So we gonna see if they're still together. Something tells me that they're not. I'ma just be real. Some tells me that they're not. He's a millennial. She's Gen X. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying it can't happen between the two generations, but betwixt them two, uh, mm, Chris too much of an old soul. We gonna find out. And I talked about this. Kiki and Brandon leave. Kiki says she'll date online again, but not long distance. Brandon does say goodbye. Brandon doesn't say goodbye or give Kiki a hug before she leaves. I talked about that. Um, and I talked about how Cinco and Alexis. No, Cinco and Jessica. My bad, Jessica. Cinco and Jessica and Alexis and Overton, both of them leave together as a couple. And I already talked about Jared and Charli. Like I said, Charli, I don't feel, and that's the end of this. Charli, I don't feel bad for you. I don't. Charli, you could get up here and try to give your feelings as much as you want to. For me, Charli, and I'm only speaking for me, I'm not speaking for nobody else. For me, it gives you came up here. First of all, you lied about how many children you had, which means you lied about having some kids. You lied about a whole damn pregnancy. You called your pregnancy a damn hernia. And then you got up here and the tables are turned because be clear, Charli, you got up here with what you had going on, and then once you heard that other people had other secrets, you decided to go around, play around in that, spread it around, gossip about it, all of the rest of that, and then the same thing happened to you. I can't feel bad, Charli. I'm sorry. I can't feel bad for you. And yes, Jared lied too. He lied to you about having a baby, which confuses me about all of y'all. It confuses me about, and let me get on something else. I saw a comment under the recent post that OWN made with this show. I think it was the video about maybe it was a deleted scene because I don't right off remember seeing this scene in the episode, but it was when Ty was talking to Cinco before he left. And I saw a lot of people under the comments was talking about they didn't like how Ty and everybody else in the house jumped and pounced, jumped and pounced on Brittany, but didn't nobody wanted to jump and pounce on Clay with his hippie ass when it came down to Tatiana. I disagree with that. I disagree with that because when Clay left, first of all, Clay dipped the fuck out of there. And all of them did say that he was bitch made for that. A lot of the men said that he was pussy for that. And even Jay said he need to grow the fuck up. He's immature. None of them agreed with him lying about having a damn baby. But at the same time, it really necessarily wasn't their place to come to Tatiana and say anything. To be real. To be real. It wasn't necessarily their place to come to them and tell them anything that they heard about their man, to be real. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. Like, it's not like all of them are friends like that. And they got their own shit going on. Like, it's a lot to deal with that. And then you got to worry about somebody else's man. You know what I mean? Like, eh, you said Seiko and Jay definitely won. Yeah, they did. They did. I felt like from episode one, they had the most realness. Even though at first I felt like Jay was doing a lot. But as the episodes went on and I started to see what the show was about, because like I said, I didn't watch last season. This was my first time watching. Once I started seeing what the show was about, and I started seeing the couples, and I started seeing what was going on, Jay and Cinco became my favorite. They were my favorite couple. I'm gonna be real. Jay and Cinco was most definitely my favorite couple. And I don't feel as though they was trying to sabotage nobody else. I feel like Cinco gave a lot of sound advice to a lot of guys, especially Ty. He did because he helped open up to he. Well, I won't say he helped open up Ty's eyes. He helped validate a lot of what Ty felt, and he wasn't lying. She was tickling that man neck. He was the perfect person to talk to. So, I wonder where they ended up too. I guess we're gonna find out down to the reunion. And shout out to Jay Child. Shout out to Jay. Again, I have fun when I do these reviews, whether I'm lit or not, because I'm lit right now. But I have fun. Well, I try to have fun when I do these reviews. And whether I throw light shade or heavy shade, I don't know nobody personally. So I appreciate the cast members that don't mind coming into the comments, leaving the comments, saying they enjoyed the review and things like that. And out of everybody, Jay was the only one that did hop up in the comments doing several of my reviews. And she gave me a cute little shout out on Instagram, which I appreciate as well. That's why I do these reviews because it's fun, you know, and I appreciate it even more because we don't know these people outside of this show. It's not like it's Housewives or Love and Hip Hop or something. You know what I mean? I appreciate the ones that don't mind sitting through the reviews and laughing at themselves, laughing at the gags, and they don't take it too seriously. Because, like I say, I don't know none of y'all personally, none. So don't take nothing I say personally. I don't know y'all personally at all. A lot of what I say is for the gags and entertainment of it all, because my people like, it, you know. So Yeah, I think Cinco was the youngest guy, I believe. Is EJ? Get in my comments, girl, because I know you is. Ain't your man younger than all of the other men? And he's still in his late 20s? Child. He got a brother. Okay. He got a brother. I'm glad they're doing the reunion too. Like I was gagged at the reunion. I really felt like this was the last episode and we weren't gonna see them again. I didn't think that this was gonna come with a reunion. I'm gagged about the reunion. I can't wait to see it. I really can't. I cannot wait to see it. You say they both in their 30s? Yeah, but that still don't mean he ain't the youngest. Because you know the other man is 35, 37, 34. You know what I mean? So he could still be the youngest out the guys. You said him and Brandon were the youngest? I can't wait. Listen, the reunion gonna gag me. I really feel like it is. I really feel like the reunion is gonna gag me. I can't wait to see it. And then we see what's his face, Jared, still playing around with Charli and her feelings. And Charli probably fool enough to go for it, be clear. Brandon, don't nobody want to hear that because you were supposed to been follow me on IG, nigga. Whatever. Y'all hold on for a second. All right, go. Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all I ain't got them on. I'm about to enjoy the rest of my tipsiness for the night. But this episode was decent. I wasn't mad at this episode. I liked how they didn't necessarily make it a real big thing when it came down to the decision making. They didn't make it like formal to where everybody had to be in a group and do it in front of everybody and all of that. I like the way that they set it up. I wasn't mad at that. It was different. I wasn't expecting that. So kudos to the show. I enjoyed the Never Ever Mess. I didn't know what to expect. I did not watch season one. So I didn't think that I was gonna get what I got. Like I felt like it was gonna be like Ready to Love or some shit. And but it's not. It's enjoyable. Um it gave me something to talk about for the season. I didn't mind it. If there is a season three, I'm gonna pick that up as well. I am. If there is a season three of the Never Ever Mets, I am gonna pick that up because I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun. Like honestly, I did not mind reviewing this season. None of the episodes was a chore to watch, and it wasn't a chore to review. Um, and I appreciate it, and I hope if there is a season three, it's the same thing. That is not a chore to watch, and that is not a chore to review. I can't wait to see the reunion. Because, like I say, I ain't know this came with a reunion, but I'm down for it. I'm down to hear because I see Tatiana and Clay and all them. Irvin and Alicia and all them. All them done came back. Ty and Brittany done came back. It's gonna be interesting because at this point, all of them done seen the episodes verbatim. So who knows? Maybe the people who left early came back with a new heart, a new tune, a change of tune. We'll see. I don't think so, but we'll see. And me too, Don. No tea, no shade. But but that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. Like I say, I'm about to enjoy the rest of my night, and I really hope you guys do the same. What's tomorrow? Saturday. I'm gonna get the reviews that I need to get done tomorrow. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. And with that, I'm gone.